Welcome to the road to 1 million US dollars. Let's get right into the Bitcoin chart for today, starting on this 1 day time frame, because right here you can see that Bitcoin is still getting rejected from this large descending channel that Bitcoin has been consolidating in for months. And of course, if you watched my video yesterday or the day before that, you know that I was giving warning signals that we have not confirmed a breakout of this descending channel. So you should be very careful with taking long positions here. And in fact, in my video yesterday, I said it is very likely that we are going to get a daily candle close below this line of resistance, which will just look like a rejection on this higher time frame. So we should expect more downside to come after that. And of course, today we see another big move to the downside. So if you haven't seen yesterday's video, I highly recommend you go check it out. It's called Are We Effed? Because in that video, I covered some things that I will not be covering in this video today. But anyways, let's move on with the Bitcoin analysis. So yesterday we got rejected from this big level of resistance, sitting from 68.5K all the way up to 70,000 US dollars for the Bitcoin price. And as soon as we got that rejection, we immediately fell into this next big level of support below that, from 66,000 all the way down to 65,000 US dollars. So what should we be looking out for in the chart right now? Are we going to get a continuation to the downside here? Are we just going to bounce straight off of this level of support? What do I think is going to happen? Well, I think first of all that the key level to watch here is actually exactly 65,000 US dollars. Not only is it this level of support right here, where if we get a confirmed break below, it is likely that we are going lower. But besides that, it also aligns with the Fibonacci levels. So we have the Fibonacci golden pocket right here, the 0.65 level, all the way down to the 0.618 level, which is sitting from 65.5K all the way down to 64.8K. But again, you should be paying attention to this price action right here to confirm if we are holding this as a level of support or if we are actually going to fall through this and likely get more bearish momentum after that. So of course, I will continue to update you guys every single day. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel with notifications on so you get notified whenever I upload a new video. Now, besides that, in yesterday's video, I was talking about this ascending line of support, saying that if we lose this as a level of support, we should be expecting more bearish price action after that. And of course, so far, it is looking likely that we are going to close this day below this ascending trend line because we only have 5 hours left in the day here. Although keep in mind that we do have this big level of support that I was talking about earlier from 66 down to 65K. So that is just something to keep in mind. But in my opinion, all hope is not completely lost here. There are many levels of support between the current price and the actual bottom of this descending channel. Now, the last couple times, like for example here, we actually did go all the way to the upside. Then here I flipped bearish, we went all the way to the downside. Here I flipped bullish, we went all the way to the upside again. So obviously this descending channel has been very profitable for me. As far as I'm concerned, the momentum will just continue to be bearish if we lose that 65K level that I was talking about earlier. Okay, so we could get a potential bounce out of here, but if we fall below 65K, likely we are going to see more bearish momentum after that. Now, moving on here, taking a look at the Bitcoin ETF flow tables for today. What actually is interesting to me is that yesterday we saw a net inflow of about $120 million into the Bitcoin ETFs. So what that $120 million inflow is telling me is that a lot of people went long here to long this move to the upside. But of course, after that, we saw that big dump down. So obviously, a lot of people in the ETFs are now underwater on that trade that they entered yesterday. But of course, if we continue to see massive inflows into these Bitcoin ETFs, then at some point we are likely to see some kind of reversal in the price because there would just be way too much buying pressure, just like we saw over here, where we had massive inflows in the Bitcoin ETFs, just pushing the price higher and higher. Although if we now start seeing net outflows from the ETFs, then likely it will push the Bitcoin price down. So I'm just keeping an eye on this for now, continuing to basically just check in with this every single day to see what the ETF investors are doing because they are influencing the Bitcoin price. Now, besides that, taking a look at this 1 month Bitcoin liquidation heat map, first of all, you can see that there's quite a bit of liquidity sitting at about 70.4K. But there is also a lot of liquidity sitting at 63.4 0.1K. So we have about $2 billion worth of long positions that would get liquidated if the Bitcoin price reaches that 63.1.2K level. And again, I think if we lose 65,000 US dollars as a level of support, likely we are coming down to 63K to actually sweep all of that liquidity to the downside. But to be fair, most of the liquidity is to the upside on this 1 month time frame as well as the 3 month time frame, because on the 3 month time frame there's a lot of liquidity at about 72.3K. So eventually I think we are going back to the upside to take out all of that liquidity at about 72K. But at least for now, this is definitely looking like a warning signal to me, and potentially even a shorting opportunity if you know how to manage your risk and how to trade leverage. Speaking of leverage, I quickly want to give you guys an update on VX, which is one of the exchanges that I am affiliated with, because I just finished a negotiation with them, and all the people that are trading on my referral will actually now get a 33% discount on all trading fees. So in the case that you don't know, VX is the exchange that I'm partnered with for all of you guys who are trading in the United States or Asia, because they have no KYC requirement, and they used to have 0.06 fees. However, now with that 33% discount, it is only 0.04. So if you do leverage trade crypto, then go register on this exchange and start trading with lower fees. For example, I heard about Bybit a couple of days ago, which is an exchange that a lot of people use. Their fees are 0.1. Okay, so it is literally 2.5 times more expensive than trading on VX. So you should just compare the fees between the exchange that you use right now and, for example, trading on VX, because you can probably save a lot of money on fees and just become more profitable literally just by switching to a different exchange. And they also have all kinds of trading and depositing bonuses. Like, for example, VX gives a bonus of 20% on your deposit. So again, it's just worth it to, at the very least, just create an account on it and go check out if you like the platform. Either way, if you do end up checking it out or not, this has been today's market update. Thank you very much for watching once again, and I will see you tomorrow in the next one.